Yo, what's good, Ranger? We're back with another banger. Hey, listen. Spoilers. If you have not watched Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT Super, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're about to watch, don't watch this video, because if you actually care about spoilers, you're going to get spoiled. But if you don't, then welcome to the video. Before we even start, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm about to go on a tangent, a little bit of a rant, because I was on the most toxic place in humankind. I know, I fell for the trap. I went to Twitter. I found some opinions I don't agree with, and I thought that I would repost it, asking questions like what the heck are y'all talking about? Did y'all just be saying anything? Did y'all watch the show at all? Because they were saying, in fact, I'm gonna just pull up receipts. I don't even want to just talk. I want to make sure that my statements are clear and concise. And they were talking about Dragon Ball Z, and that's what got me hot in the first place, because people just love to hate on Dragon Ball Z. I truly don't know why. It's like when everybody knows that something is the GOAT, and everybody just goes, but I don't actually like that. Like, we don't care that you think you're different. You're not. Back to this, right? So somebody said, right? They said its influence has no bearing on the fact that Dragon Ball Z is weak narratively, full of retcons, a relatively unimportant and uninteresting sidecast. Alright, I'm not even gonna stop. And decent at best at choreography. Is it influential? Yes. But that doesn't make it well written. Which, to that, I reposted, weak narratively, uninteresting side characters? You didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. Right? And then people just started replying. They're like, is this all y'all say just because somebody actually realizes the downsides in Dragon Ball? And then somebody else said, or no, they just replied, I watched it, I also read it, and to be honest, they're mostly talking from a manga standpoint. It's weak narratively, filled with retcons and inconsistencies. Majin Buu arc was a freestyle with no real impact. The Gohan main character situation, and respectfully, nobody not a saying truly matters. Now, I'm so glad you guys keep doing this. Like, I'm so glad that like people hate it, because it just gives me like an opportunity to debate. I don't know if y'all know me. Like, I guess most of y'all in real life don't, but like, I love to debate. Like, I love to just bring up a point and just see who's gonna argue with me. Like, I know it's probably bad. It's probably a toxic trait. I don't know where I get it from, but it is what it is. Now, I'm gonna say this. One, excluding influence, Dragon Ball Z is still a GOAT. Okay, obviously it's got some of the best, like, most influential things, like power-ups, tournament arcs, you know, just different things like that, right? And that set it on the map. That made it an icon. You know, you have unforgettable characters like Goku, you know, people that don't really need to change. They just have this like free spirit vibe, you know what I'm saying, who are overhated, which is okay, because it's like, it's funny. It's like the same way we hate Sakura, but like, honestly, do we need to hate her that much? You know, but that's a different conversation. But my point is that those things are things that set it on the map, right? They made Dragon Ball Z different. The problem that I have with people saying Dragon Ball Z is bad is, before the new wave where anime became mainstream, anybody that watched Dragon Ball Z never said it was trash. I've never had a conversation with somebody that said, oh, Dragon Ball Z, you mean that one trash show? Is because you either watched it or you didn't. And everybody that's watching it now is like, oh, pacing. Well, it came out in the goddamn 80s. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And if they honestly, like, I know Kai is supposed to be that version where it's like they changed the pacing, but if they did Super animation with Dragon Ball Z story and up the pacing like it is in Super, boy, I think it would still be a GOAT, and I don't think y'all animes honestly have a chance, because the truth is this: Dragon Ball Z isn't the most story-based show. I'll admit that. That's fine. We don't have to act like it is. But it's the part where people will act like Dragon Ball Z doesn't still have some of the best, not only traits in anime, but some of the best moments in anime, some of the best, like, sagas. Like, we're not gonna act like going from Earth to Namek wasn't clean. We're not gonna act like Vegeta running a fade on the entire planet Namek wasn't clean. We're not gonna act like going from Dragon Ball, even if you know anything about Dragon Ball, I know most of y'all didn't even watch that hoe. You go from Dragon Ball and you introduce the Red Ribbon Army, and they bring it back and they introduce Cell, that whole saga, the Android saga, and then you get Boo. And a lot of people like to, you know, forget about Boo or try to say, you know, with the Gohan main character situation, like that really matters or something. Bro, oh my gosh, like it's like the rules for other anime are what y'all trying to impose on Dragon Ball Z. And I understand it's like an era thing, but like I'm only 20, so I don't know much, but I know common sense stuff. Like, you don't go to Dragon Ball Z for Attack on Titan level story writing. You go for Dragon Ball Z for the action. You go for the stakes. Like, the stakes are insane in Dragon Ball Z. We're not gonna act like they're not always fighting for the survival of the planet. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that you care about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's not the case in Dragon Ball Z, or in Attack on Titan, because that's another, like, that's in my top 5, honestly. So it's like, I'm not trying to compare those in that way, but it's to the point where people won't give Dragon Ball Z any credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it baffles me. It doesn't make any sense to me how you can say something like it has uninteresting and unimportant side characters. I don't know if y'all watch Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z in general, but like, do y'all know that most of the side characters, like, people actually care about? Like people that die in Dragon Ball Z, usually we care about, because it's not like in Naruto where they build up the character for you to like them for a couple, like they don't care about a character and then they give you like 10 episodes beforehand and they're like, oh, we're about to kill this character, you know, we're about to, and this is what's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Not putting any shade on Naruto, because I love it. It's another top 5, if not top 3. It is the big 3. But Dragon Ball Z will literally let you live with the characters. That's the difference in Dragon Ball Z and in New Age anime, where you have to make people like your character now. But before, and I'm not trying to say this like I'm some type of old head, but Dragon Ball, you were living with Goku and Krillin and everybody. Like, they lived a life and you were just there you were there to watch the ride. That's how it worked. Okay, I would say like Naruto, I guess, you know, Bleach, One Piece, obviously, like those type of animes, they basically gave you the same formula. Like, One Piece basically has that formula. That's why they're so successful. Dragon Ball Z, you literally started with these characters. You lived, basically. It felt like you lived with them. I don't know, maybe just me. But you lived with these characters for years. And then you see them grow up. You see them have families. You see their own dynamics. You see their kids have kids. You know, like it's not like these characters are just people that get killed every other season and you don't care. Every Krillin death I cared about. Every Krillin death I cared about, because he didn't stop. I think they stopped killing him after Cell, and he only died. Did he die twice? Yeah, he died twice. I don't even think he died with Cell. Yeah, he didn't die with Cell. So, and I haven't seen Dragon Ball Z in a grip, guys, but this is just me saying, like, I don't understand why people hate on it, because Krillin died twice. Once in Dragon Ball, and another time in Dragon Ball Z with Frieza, I believe, and I think they had to wish him back. And it's like, both times we cared, because in Dragon Ball, we didn't know, like, I think, did we know that we could wish people back from death? I knew we could wish for anything, basically, so I guess we knew that, but it was just wild. You know what I'm saying? Because Krillin was like the second like main character at that point in Dragon Ball Z. Maybe Roshi was more of a favorite, but Krillin was like the second main character. So Krillin dies. They revive him. And then the infamous Super Saiyan 1 scene where Krillin gets killed by Frieza with the bull horns. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? That whole scene, right? And he dies. And you're telling me that didn't matter to you. Krillin was brutally murdered, okay? Piccolo died multiple times. Brutally murdered. Again, they stopped doing it after a certain point because they knew you can't just keep doing that to characters, right? But, like, those characters are important. First off, I want to start with this statement. You said, I think bro said, like, the most unimportant and like you don't care about the side characters, bro. One, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you know all the side character names. Let's go ahead and start there. You know all the Z fighters. You might know like even like random characters like goddamn Roshi and Oolong and them. You know what I'm saying? Like Dragon Ball Z makes you care about those people because you've been with them for so long. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I don't even agree with that statement. I don't even know where that came from. I think, and by the way, if y'all know who RDC World 1 is, this is in their community and their community post channel, right? On Twitter, and this is where the argument takes place. But they did a back and forth on their podcast where they were talking about how Dragon Ball Z has the best side characters. So I don't even know where that statement came from. I don't know where, like, I would take Dragon Ball Z characters over Attack on Titan side characters. What side character in Attack on Titan do you care about? What character in Attack on Titan do you care about more than a Naruto character? Or a One Piece character? Or a Bleach character? Stop. Okay? I love Attack on Titan. That, again, is in my top 5. Half of y'all did not care about Sasha until she died. Let's be real. Let's be real. Half of y'all don't even like Connie. Y'all still don't see why he survived the end of the series. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just not just say things because we want to hate on something. Like, it doesn't make any sense. All these characters in Dragon Ball Z have died for each other. They fought in battles together. God dang, just been through life together. You know what I'm saying? They've, like, oh my gosh, bro. It's just insane. That's why I say you have to watch it. Like, I don't believe y'all are watching it with the intention to watch an anime. I think y'all are watching it to judge it, or you're trying to say, like, oh, dang, this show was old. Like, I think even Kai, because I just rewatched Kai a minute ago, and Kai like takes out like chunks of the anime or episodes that waited too long, took too long to get to certain points. And if you can't handle Kai, like Kai's pretty fast, I would say. Relatively, I think it's fast. Compared to the Dragon Ball Z that I watched like half of Kai and most of the original Dragon Ball Z. So to me, I think Kai is pretty fast paced. If you put Kai in, because I know really half of it is animation. Like half of y'all just, I don't know, y'all's attention spans, or y'all just want to see something like glorious. I don't know. The animation, if you put it in Super's animation and Kai's story, that whole was, oh, I don't even know. That's blue. I can't even talk. That's beautiful, bro. And Dragon Ball, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to go and say like, you're forgetting the fact that this is like if you watch Naruto Shippuden and how goated Shippuden is, and then you never watch the original Naruto. Like, Naruto is full of so many things that I think are better than even Shippuden. And so a lot of people will watch Dragon Ball Z, but they'll never watch Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball itself, again, I mean, pacing is a thing, but I would still say Dragon Ball is such a good anime, and it's the same formula, and it works every time. That's why it's so influential. But I'm kind of going everywhere. I'm trying to get back on my main point. My main point is that people hate on Dragon Ball Z for no reason. Like, I don't want to say no reason, but the reasons aren't good enough. Like, y'all want to go off of like pacing or simple animation. Like when you're watching Dragon Ball Z, you're thinking about the animation. People didn't start thinking about how clean animation was till every anime got to a certain level where you're like, that animation fast, that animation so detailed, that anime, like, you know what I'm saying? People was not watching Dragon Ball Z for that. They wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You're comparing two different styles, not even just two different eras, two different styles, two different purposes. You watch Attack on Titan for story. You watch Dragon Ball Z for the fights, for the characters. Like, you literally feel an attachment to the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know one character y'all care about that much in Attack on Titan. That's like a lifelong attachment. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, they've had years to cool down and be finished. And like, you're not off the hype of Dragon Ball Z no more. You just love it or you don't. All these new animes are still airing or they just ended. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, y'all. Me personally, I don't know. I just felt the urge to just say something because I'm just like, why do I keep hearing all this needless hate for Dragon Ball Z? Why? We don't have to. You could literally just watch the show and be like, oh, dang, I see why people like it. It's just not my thing. I can accept that. If you say Dragon Ball Z is just not my cup of tea, I can accept that better than trying to say Dragon Ball Z is trash or Dragon Ball Z has bad characters or has bad this, that, and the third. When it's like, did you even watch the show? Did we watch the same thing? Clearly not. Clearly not. Because you're not talking with any type of sense. You know what I'm saying? If y'all disagree, put it in the comments. Tell me what I'm wrong about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everything, you know, is super detailed in Dragon Ball Z because I think Dragon Ball Z doesn't need to be detailed like that. You know, I'm not saying it has the best animation because it has very simple animation, but very detailed at the same time, in my opinion. And you know, I don't want to say my opinion like it's a cop-out. I'm going to say it has detailed animation because it has detailed animation. But it's like, I don't know, bro. I just think it's more than the influence, and it's more than nostalgia, and it's, you know what I'm saying, like the music, the moments, the characters, the villains, the staples that it created. Obviously that goes back to influence, I know, but I feel like that should be able to be included in the argument. That's the whole point. Freaking just all of it combined, like that's why it is the GOAT. That's why it's the father of the big three. Like that's why. So for people to go and try to, you know, hate on it and try to act like it's not what it is the equivalent to saying Michael Jordan, this is why Michael Jordan isn't the best, and I hate hearing that, or Michael Jackson. And it's like, do y'all just hate on it because it's the best? Is that why? Because it's the blueprint? Because it took what everybody else during their era did and made it better? Is that why? Like, come on, y'all. And it's okay that things get better. It's okay that things update. But the longevity of the character, or not the character, of the show and everything, like, this is why you call something a GOAT. Influence, longevity, you know, little things like details and whatnot like that. But, you know, I don't know. Let me know what y'all thought. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. This is the first time I haven't done a video like this since I was like 15. I'm 20 years old. What the heck do y'all got me doing? Like that really got me tight. That's kind of weird. I thought I was more mature than this, but apparently not. Yeah, I probably wouldn't even put this on the reaction channel. I'll just put this on like the main channel. Like y'all just gonna have to hear me talk. I don't know. Check out the reaction channel. Check out the gaming channel. You know, plenty of games. Plenty of anime that we're reacting to, movies, all that stuff. If y'all like the Clone Wars, if y'all like Bleach, because that's coming to the reaction channel soon. Spoilers, I guess. If y'all like any new age anime, really, I guess, because I'm gonna try to react to those, because there's a lot that I haven't seen. And that's another reason I'm talking from the perspective that I'm talking about, or talking from, because I haven't seen a lot of the new age animes, besides some of the like just more bigger, more popular ones, I guess. Mortal Kombat, coming to the gaming channel. Obviously the Minecraft saga that we already been on, stuff like that. Just stay on the lookout. Again, 4 reactions. I don't even think I said this at all, but 4 reactions on Patreon. Y'all can support, y'all can donate, Streamlabs. We're not streaming until we get 100 subs on the gaming channel, so, you know, help me out on that. I do love y'all boys. I love debating. I love anime because it allows these type of conversations. I never get actually offended off of stuff like this. I know people that will actually like die over like, you know, someone being like Dragon Ball Z has bad narration or whatever, like it's like, or bad writing narratively, and it's like, you can think that if that's what you want to think. I disagree, but you know, that's just me. Maybe that is nostalgia. I don't know. But nah, it's cool that I have more people to argue with, or I have more people to talk about something or share an experience with. And it's fun, just, you know, whether it be, you know, making somebody realize like they're hating on something too much, or that they underappreciate something, whatever it is. It's cool how anime is on the map like it is. I think when something gets put on and is now mainstream, when it already had a following, the old following goes like, they go like, y'all are doing a lot for somebody that just started. And I know, again, I'm only 20. There's, you know, anime's been out for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm way younger than a lot of people that love anime, but a lot of y'all just, I don't know, bro. Like, I grew up on some anime I didn't even know it was anime. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Bakugan as a kid. Like, I had the little action figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, collecting Pokemon cards. Didn't even know Pokemon was an anime. Watched Avatar as it was airing. You know, got into Dragon Ball Z when I was like 11. And then Naruto. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I like to think I have a little bit of credibility. But that was it. I don't even know what this is going to be called. Probably the rant. I don't even know, honestly. Yeah, don't get on Twitter. That's not a healthy place to voice your opinions, because people like me are gonna find you and tell you you're wrong. But I love y'all boys. See y'all boys later. Please. Salute!